Kanske för att kameran kollar på oss.
Så kan det vara.
Så kan det vara.
Tror du det är någon som hör vad vi säger?
Möjligt. Har du mikrofon där?
Jag vet inte. Det borde ha. Det är 3 stycken här.
En av dem är jag.
En av dem är du. Now you're live on your channel. Okej. Ja, men där är ju micken. Precis. Det står jag och vi pratar.
Okej, vi hör.
Okej. Share screen. Nej, gud nej. Let's not do that. Vi har redan 2 likes. Hur gick det till? Hur gick det till att jag har 2 likes redan?
Det är kanske du och jag som har likat.
Ja, så kan det faktiskt vara. Absolut. Det skulle kunna vara. Gud vad, jag blir helt störd av att den är spegelvänd. Jag blir helt så förvirrad.
Vad var det?
För att nu tittar jag vänster. Där. Men höger här.
Sjukt.
Hade jag inte kunnat höger och vänster hade det inte varit ett problem. Lite som om man inte hade vetat om att det fanns en Guardian. Vi får se om det kommer någon då. Vi får se.
Ja, det är väl bara att vi kör igång. Så kommer det folk med kommer. Vi kan skriva att vi är live.
Ja, jag tänkte det. Jag skriver på fejan. Jag skriver här. Då alltså. Frågan är om detta sparas. Det borde det göra.
Det ska jag väl göra. Det tror jag.
Ja, men då kan man kanske redigera bort allt detta här försnacket.
Ja.
Så får vi göra då, så vi båda är med i bild också.
Yes.
Om du trycker på den här länken, kommer du då hit?
Låt mig se.
Tyrants on the field is here.
Nice.
Nice. Yes, this is how Swedes look after a tournament. I know.
Om jag loggar.
I know. Apparently it worked, Joe, for you. You found us through Facebook, or did you find us because you followed, you kept your eyes out? I don't know if the link I shared in Euromachine community, if that worked or not. Anyway,
we are here.
We are here and we are live. And we have just played in a tournament.
Indeed.
We are in Växjö, Sweden, at Växjö Gaming Convention.
Växjö Gaming Convention, I think it's pronounced.
It says Växjö on the that's the old spelling.
It is fancy spelling.
It's a fancy spelling.
Yeah.
It's called Växjö. And it was, hey, Big Dirty Gamer, Jay is here.
Hello, Jay.
Hey, Jay. And today was a regular steamroller. We were 8 people.
8 people?
Mainly only people from the south. And we're talking like, mediocre players at best. But then someone decided to come, like the great white shark in the goldfish tank, to come down south.
I mean, we got a couple of good players here, so...
That's true. We do. And it turns out I'm one of them today.
Today he is.
Humble bragging. Yeah, today we had a good showing. We were 8 people. We had 3 games, 3 rounds. People are still playing pickup games now while we're podcasting because I'm driving the car home, so they don't get to go home until we're done here. And they knew what they signed up for, so it's not like I'm keeping them hostage or anything.
Well,
don't call the cops.
No.
But yeah, tournament, we brought Sephilix and Infernals.
Yep.
I brought Sephilix, Texas, and Siphon, and you brought
Satroth and Amadeus.
Satroth and Amadeus. And at the tournament, we had Infernals and Sephilix, and then we had 2 Necrofactorium, an Orgoth, a Brine Blood,
Storm Legion and Gravedigger.
Storm Legion and a Gravedigger. So quite a nice spread, actually.
Yeah.
Among the armies, and it was a really nice day. It was very calm because there were 3 games, and we started at 10 in the morning, so we knew we had the whole day. So it's probably the least stressful tournament I've ever been to.
It's been very chill.
Very chill.
Yeah.
We basically had 1 game. We were supposed to start at 10. It started at somewhere between like 10:30 and 11, and then we had lunch around 1-ish. We're back at around 2:30-ish.
Yeah.
A long lunch. But we all went to the same place. And, we all had pizzas. The good pizzas, unlike the ones in Arthur Continelli's place, and because Sweden do make the best pizzas. And
my pizza was not very good, actually.
Really?
Nah. No.
Oh, mine was excellent.
I had regrets.
Oh, really?
I had pizza regrets.
But you ate all of it?
Yeah. Man's gotta eat.
That's true. A bad pizza is still a pizza,
Yeah, exactly. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So we had a couple of games going in. I faced Bramble Marauders first game. I dropped Texas because the scenario was 2 fronts. So I chose Texas because I wanted to try how fast he can play a scenario game, because I've heard you guys talk about that before, especially with Oscar playing Sephilix for years.
Yeah.
And I wanted
well known for it, I would say.
Yeah, and I wanted to give it a go, so I did. And it, top of 2, bottom of 2, I scored 7-0, and then the game was over. It turned into 9-0 on his turn.
Yeah, I was on 2 fronts, right? So you
fronts.
Scored everything.
Everything. And that's and the flag was actually a big obstruction in the middle of the board, but he forgot to contest it. And it wouldn't have mattered.
You don't want to contest it like bottom or top of 2.
No, and he wouldn't have mattered because I would have pushed him away with the feet. Yeah. So, but it was the first time he played Brine Bloods, so we talked about it afterwards, and he ran Great Old One, and he had Fortify as a spell, and he could have cast it on a Deepborn, and that way he would have had 2 anchors to sort of, with the terrain, sort of stop pushes in certain directions and stuff. Because usually, in my opinion, when I've faced Texas, I've never felt that the feat was that bad, especially not without telekinesis in the picture.
Yeah, exactly.
Offensive telekinesis, that is, when you get moved 4 inches and such.
Yeah,
that was horrible.
That was horrible. Like, you take your own thing, you take it offensively, you feet.
Yeah, it was.
Nah.
And even if you're like, oh, but I'm shoved in here, so you can't push me. Okay, so TK, now I push you.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was horrible. But yeah, now it felt all right. So I think it was more of that he was new to the faction.
Yes, and the first time he faced Texas, maybe.
So. Probably the first time he faced Texas as well. Yeah. And even if you go through it in the beginning, it's like you have to sort of feel it to learn it.
Yeah.
There are some things that you just have to lose to realize. Oh, that's what they do. Yep. That's how they kick my ass.
Indeed, like Siphon. We'll get to that. Anyway,
what did you play in the first game?
First game, I faced Storm Legion, Calder, and Huxley. I dropped Amadeus because I thought the Calder list was kind of with a Colossal. So I was like, okay, I can do that with Amadeus.
He ran a Colossal?
Yes.
Okay.
And basically, yeah, what happened even? I gave him like Stormlance Charge Alpha. That didn't really kill. It didn't kill a Tormentor, and then I just Yeah, I really went in on him. I think I killed 6 sailors, all the horses, and his colossal, because he left it within 13 on my colossal with full synergy. So I was like,
yeah.
bonk, bonk, bonk.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes short work of it, doesn't it? Because you have 2 initials, 3?
2 initials,
And
and a shot, I guess.
And then you charge for free.
Yeah.
And you have 4 attacks.
4 attacks
and
more.
you're 26 in POW.
24.
24, yeah. And he's 19.
He is 20. He had a buckler.
Yeah, still +4. It's
Yeah, he was nasty.
That kill stuff.
Yes.
So
yeah, it took a couple of turns more, but in the end I won on like scenario. He had like Watts and his caster left.
Okay.
So it was.
But
it was rough.
What's on first?
What?
And who's on second? No. But yeah, so we both got massive wins in the first game.
Yes.
Which led to the next game, because we were four winners, 4 losers, paired up against each other, and all the winners are like, which goldfish gets to go in the shark tank? And it turns out it was this goldfish who gets to go in the shark tank. Yes.
Yes.
So I threw myself on the grenade and took Olof as the matchup, so the others get to enjoy their tournament and have a chance to win. But then our game had a weird shift in it.
Yeah.
I dropped Siphon and you dropped Amadeus.
Yeah.
Again. I've never played Siphon, but it should be. I ran 7 monstrosities with him, so it felt good. Should be all right into Amadeus, I think.
Yeah.
And it was.
It was. I think I could have made. Well, basically, what happened was I went first, so I had like a bunch of horrors and stuff.
You're shaking the table.
Oh, sorry, I should not do that. Yeah, I'm showing on the table what I did.
Yeah,
which makes no sense.
But I understand. I also talk with my hands.
We had wolves at our heels as a scenario.
Yeah.
And it was really tight, actually. It was a really tight game.
It was a really tight game, and
it was a great game.
It was a really good game, and it felt like that because you had the howlers on each flank, taking the scenario terrain and the 40mm objective, which meant that I couldn't push my 40mm objective that my 5 drudges were holding, because they can't stand up to 3 howlers.
No, they just
so it's like, yeah, they just die. So I can't push my objective towards towards certain death, which was the center of the table.
Yeah.
And whilst you could push yours, so very early on, I needed to realize that I'm not going to get those 3 points, but you probably are.
Yeah.
So I need to make up for that somehow. I did not quite manage, but I stayed in the game for a long time.
Long enough for me to make some mistakes. Yeah.
Yes. Because that was I think when it was, because that was the big turn, we should say, because I trampled I trampled a wrecker because he was contesting the center objective with.
No, we're getting ahead of ourselves. So first off, you don't fit. You go up into the scenario like the 50 mils with your big battle group. You have like seven monstrosities.
Yeah, and I sort of keep the wardens as a front line.
Yeah. As you do when playing Siphon. So basically what happens, he gives him an alpha, so I take it. Obviously, I have to. If I don't, I give him a full alpha into me, which doesn't make sense. I could have planned my alpha a bit different, I think. So I had the one tormentor charging one of your 3 guys on the right for me.
Yeah,
he should have gone in on full synergy, I think, because he can maybe kill the first one, and then the colossal can kill the other 2.
Yeah,
and then I kill 4, I think.
Yeah, because now you kill 3.5.
Yeah.
Monstrosities. You killed 1 wrecker and 2 wardens, and then half a warden.
Yes.
Yeah, and so I could heal that warden, and with instigate and defeat, it still does damage, even though it's only power 14, 15 base.
You got really good treasures from my positioning as well.
Yes, you did give me very good treasures. Yeah.
I think I misplayed it a little bit. So
because I think what was it? The Malfesser got 4 four
got four
models in a Thresher.
Did he? No, 3, I think.
No, 3
it was
Tormentors
4.
and the Colossal.
Yeah, it was 4, which was insane. That was not good, obviously. Now, I did one small positioning mistake with Amadeus. I didn't really proxy out one of the Tormentors that could go into the Malfessor. Or was it the Malfessor? I think it might have been a Wrecker.
Yeah,
that was in the forest. Like I could charge another model, but not the Wrecker.
Yeah.
But I decided to trample instead, just to like be able to have synergy, and I should have moved Amadeus up slightly more, so I could get synergy on that charge. Because then I get 4 attacks into him on full synergy, which might do the trick. Because I don't think he had a body either.
No, I don't think so.
So it's part 20. He's 17. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was alone. Yeah.
He was alone. So plus 3, not like 40 boxes. So yeah.
Yeah.
If, barring really bad dice, I would kill him as well.
Yeah.
That was pretty big. So I needed to have Amadeus slightly more up and to the left. I didn't. So I don't get that. I should probably have played some reposition card on some of those guys, like in that big cluster. Where
yes, you said maybe to stop a
a
landing spot or something for a Thresher. Yeah.
Not stop a landing spot really, but just get him out of there so you can't really Thresher 4 anymore.
Exactly.
Which was the big thing.
Because I think that was the thing. Because I went up there and I got 4 of them, and then I could keep hitting at the Colossal and kill one of the Tormentors. And then reposition away because Siphon has Field Marshal Reaper 3. And then the next could break through and do a 3 Thresher on the rest. So it was sort of 2 Threshers in a row that were really neat. And with POW 23, no less, it goes. I mean, the Infernal Horrors, they might have quite high arm, but they're very, very few boxes. And I rolled some high rolls there as well. Like, so, I mean, when you roll like 8 or 9 on 2 dice, it's there's not a lot of attacks that takes to killing those things.
Indeed. So I killed 3.5. I could have killed 5 if I did that correctly.
Maybe, yeah.
If I like synergy chain it and send those to that one goes to the flank in with full synergy and have Amadeus up, obviously.
Yeah, because now you kill 3.5 monstrosities, and I in turn killed 4 Tormentors and the Colossal.
Yeah.
So that was rough.
That was huge.
And that's when you play against Olof, who is one of the world's best players, and when you get a turn like that, and you feel, shit, I'm doing really well now, and that's when the nervousness starts. Because then all you can think is, how the hell can I fuck this up? How can I ruin this for myself? Because now it's going well.
Well, I think I misplayed my final Tormentor, the one day that I summoned that turn as well. I like kept it in base to base with Amadeus for some reason. I was I don't want to get Gallows, but that wasn't really an issue because I had too much shit in the way, and I was what's it called? Engaging your spell slave.
Yeah, exactly.
So you get top 2. You only get 2, and I have 2.
Okay,
things on
Vortex,
Orin, so it would be fine. So I should have just sent him to a position where he could work next turn, which he could not now, which was bad.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
And then the game sort of swung again to your advantage because you really ran away on scenario. Because then I had 1 activation left, and I took my time a little bit and said, wait a minute. Nice. Yeah, Sephilix are super fun now. I really like that they changed them and made them more unique, or how you say, more their own. But anyway, I was sort of looking at the scenario points, thinking, wait a minute, what do I score now? What do you score now? And then I realized I'm going to lose this game now, 13-10. So I need to trample.
So this is the turn after your fit turn.
This is the turn after my feat turn.
I don't really do much because we're like, it's a big forest in the middle by the 50 millimeters, and you have like your 4 guys behind it, and I have like my guys behind my
there was a huge forest in the middle of the table. That was really annoying.
I liked it.
I bet you did. But yeah, that was, you can say, what is it Thomas Mucha always said? Winning a tournament requires you to play well and also requires you to be lucky. Yes. And this time it was my turn to be lucky by rolling poorly.
Also, I could have just not cast Locked Horns, but I didn't really foresee this.
No, of course not. No. But it was I trampled the wrecker through the forest to beat back a tormentor 1 inch so that it wouldn't contest my objective in the center, so I could score both of them in the center. I hit him. I don't do any damage because I rolled a 3 on the damage, so I do 0 damage, which means that Olof could not hyper aggressive back in contest.
Yes.
Which was the whole point. So I got very lucky by rolling ridiculously bad.
Yeah.
Which turned out to be ridiculously good.
Yes.
And that's why I kept myself in the game. Otherwise, I would have lost the game there.
Right then and there.
Right then and there.
Yep.
And then the game kept going 1 turn more, I think.
Yeah,
you
go.
go.
One turn. I go in. So basically, Omadamas has to go in at this point. I do a bunch of flashing blades on his 3 remaining guys.
And you roll seriously bad on the damage rolls.
Yeah, pretty
you roll
bad,
like
actually.
two or three damage.
Like
a lot of the damage.
A lot of 4s and 5s.
Yeah.
Which was atrocious.
Especially when one of them wasn't even base to base, it was just alone, and it was arm 17. It's like, it was alive for way too long.
Yeah. So, and then is where this is where the mistakes began. So I should have camped 2. I was like thinking about it for a bit, because then I think I'm safe. Like,
yeah, I think so.
Even if you get to me with a monstrosity, I don't think you can.
Yeah, because the counter that you transfer as warlock. 2 attacks basically disappear, and that's a lot when you only have 5. Yeah. So.
And I probably should have maybe camped 1 more. I don't know. But my plan was basically, if I can kill this 1 wrecker, I can get my tormentor into the 1 remaining wrecker, and then he maybe can't get to me. And then
I also enliven 1 wrecker away. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I only got like 1, or like So I only got 2. I got only 1 attack on that guy, and I think it was like 1 damage.
So basically, it was super bad. So basically, the enlivened wrecker that walked away, then because you repositioned Amadeus back behind the forest, and now I again look at the scenario points and realize Olof is going to win. Because now this was the turn you also flipped the marker. No, that was the turn before that you went to 13. The 40 millimeter, you moved it. So that was the turn before.
No, this was the turn I think I scored it.
Was this the turn you scored it?
Oh, no, it wasn't. I charged in those guys into the Malfester this one. Yeah.
So it was, I realized that this is turn 6, and you're going to win on scenario now, because I can't really stop anything. And Howlers are like back in the game now. They've just been running on the flanks, ignoring everything, but now they're back in the game, and my monstrosities are all dead. And overlords can't really handle Howlers. So I think about the assassination, and then realize that if I run my Drudge's conduits, I can arc a gallows on Amadeus and then move Siphon up and spray Amadeus, stationarying on hit, basically putting him to sleep, and then just walking up with the wrecker and hitting him. And I even forget to use instigate, which was the whole. And I even said it. I shouldn't forget instigate now. I need to remember that.
Yeah, you also said something about I always get so nervous in these situations. I start making mistakes.
And then if I would have lost this game because of that, it would have felt just as bad as it felt for you now. Because what could you have done to stop that stationary shot?
So there is a spray on Amadeus. He's hit. What I could have done is bring in my Umbral Guardian that I have in reserve or whatever.
Yeah, next to the table there's an Umbral Guardian standing there waiting for his perfect moment, and then the boss man forgets to let him into the game.
Yeah.
And we both forgot about.
We both forgot. You forgot that he existed, and you probably would have gone for this.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have gone for this assassination in that way. I would have been a lot more in the tank before doing something, because I would have known about this. But I completely forgot, which is funny because the first turn we were talking about the Umbral Guardian and how good it is.
Yeah.
And then turn 6 we were both like, ooh. Oh, a butterfly. But it's just, and
no, I totally space on it. So his wrecker get there,
and I finish on Amadeus,
and I'm like stationary, so it's just very automatic.
Yeah, I just do straight dice damage and kill him, and then I mean, I get all happy because I win. I win against Olaf about 2 times per decade now. So
That's where we're at.
that's where we're at, and that. Then it took, was it 10 minutes or something, and you just called me over to the table. And it's like I remember something. I had a number of Guardian.
I noticed I have a model over there by the clock.
Yeah, yes, the one over there on the sideline. I should have invited him in.
Yes, because I could have placed him like totally just blocking the wrecker, and you didn't really have anything to solve that with.
No, not even close. Yeah, that would have been then you would have won the game.
Yeah,
so that was that would have been completely different. So
yeah,
but yeah, I won, and of course we need to show what I won.
Of course,
the most important prize of all.
Do it.
This, my friends, is the Swedish prize. I'm going to remove the prize from today's tournament, which Deathjack is holding here. But yeah, this is basically Deathjack, and here in the text it says, well, Svensk herre på täppan, which is Swedish for
King of the Hill.
Yeah, King of the Hill is the one. Yeah. The game you play as kids when you try to, stay on top of the hill and you push each other down.
Yeah.
And this is what you get if you beat the person who has it for the whole year.
Yeah.
So this is the Swedish flag and a Deathjack in gold or bronze. And Oskar Siebeck made this.
Yeah.
Because he's so sweet.
It's an awesome thing.
It's an awesome thing.
So it basically works like this. If you're Swedish and play against the person who, in a real life game, play against a person who has it, and you beat them, you get it. And you get to write your name in it.
Which Olof and I have done.
Yep.
Was Oskar Siebeck's the first name?
Yes.
Yes.
Because he started with it, because he made it.
He started with it. Yeah, so he hasn't really played for it.
Not really, no.
No, that's sort of, we should put it in brackets.
No, that's just being mean. He
No.
it. He held on to it to a fair bit, actually.
Yes.
Like he went through, I think, 2 tournaments without losing it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I was in both, so I mean.
Yeah, then that says something, yeah. Yeah, so this was really the big prize. And then we got this one because after this game, I faced Jamal in the finals, and he plays Orgoth. So it was, again, Siphon and Horushk in the tournament, or in the matchup. And
finals.
In the finals, yes. I'm not used to being in the finals. It's not really my cup of tea. It's not where my comfort zone is. Semi-finals is fine. And then I lose there and I get like 4th place. That's perfectly fine. But the funny thing is that Jamal and I joked about this. Like, what if someone like Potshot assassinates Olof? Like, just, I'm going to go for the 5% because it's Olof. I might get it. And then you and I are in the finals. And then we walked outside taking some air before the game. It's like, didn't we talk about this?
Yeah.
Yes, we did. We joked about you and me being in the finals. And now we were. And it was on the Brian Blood's table, which meant that it was a huge shipwreck in the middle of the table, which was an obstruction, and something that was a problem for the Garlgast, because there was also another obstruction, sort of had to navigate. And he had to go first to get momentum in the game, but then I got the side with like 2 50mm objectives. This was on the
best laid plans.
Best laid plans. And the caches disappeared.
Yeah.
So we basically,
which was his side.
So we got, so we basically turned into a scenario game. And Jamal is very, very good at the scenario game. So he targeted my units. I only have 3 units in the list. He targeted 2 of them extremely fast to kill them, to get them away. So I couldn't score the 40s. So basically, in the end, I won because I flipped the game in like turn 4, because Siphon had to run and double score the 40s. But yeah, it was a good game, it was a type game. He almost clocked, because that's the thing with Jamal. When he's playing against you, he's also playing against the clock, because that's his worst enemy. So yeah, it was a good game, and it turns out I won. I was so terrified that he would win, because then he would get the Deathjack. Basically, I won the Swedish trophy, and I only got it for like 2.5 hours, and I have to give it away again. But now I actually get to take it home, displaying it. Nice. And my wife's not going to be happy about it.
Why?
She told me to take my toys out into the garage. They don't. Should they really be in the living room? Maybe you should take them out to the garage.
But that's not a toy. That's a trophy.
Yes, and that's how I will
Phrase it.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. But yeah, it was a great tournament. What did you face in the last game?
I faced Brian Bloods.
Right, Ragemonger or
Ragemonger.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, not much to talk about really. I got to go second. Well, I got forced to go second because I always gonna go first on Best Laid Brands,
Yeah.
and especially when playing Infernals as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you want to go first for the summoning. Yeah,
Yeah,
to get the train rolling, the momentum,
indeed,
the summoning momentum.
exactly. But no, I got to go second, but he was kind of too cautious going forward, so I got to score 5. I got to score both 40s, both 50s, because he wasn't really up there. And I contested his scenario terrain, and so I scored 5-0 and defeated with Sephiroth.
Oh,
And it was just like, no.
yeah, that sounds like a quick game.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sadly, yes.
that's why you sat next to our table most of the game.
Yeah, so I was on really quick. So I was just,
Yeah.
It looked like you had good control on that game in the finals, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. It felt like it.
I think Jamal had a good assassination on your feet turn.
Yeah, he needs to learn a little more horror tricks.
Yes, learn the angles.
Yeah.
So Jamal was pretty down on time and had basically lost one flank already.
Yeah.
So I thought it looked grim. Anyway, he had only killed the Malfestor, so it's like 6 monstrosities still running around there.
Yeah.
So what he could have done is like walk to Horus around a monstrosity, vanished, and then cast Thunderstrike onto your caster, who was camping 1.
Yeah, I was only camping 1, and even if it was on my feet turn, but Siphon does not get his feet. His feet is extremely good, but he doesn't get his only monstrosities. And that's what's good to remember if you're playing Siphon, that he's still 13-17. He dies to anything.
Yeah, I mean, he does get defensive formation. So if you have something from the battle group in base-to-base with him.
Oh shit, I haven't even thought about that.
You can have Themystra in base-to-base and get the bonus.
Really?
She's battle group. She's attached.
Oh, you should have told me this morning.
I didn't know you didn't know.
Just assume I don't know.
She can also base-to-base a monstrosity to gain the bonus. Just like that.
Because I've had her very much next to monstrosities, but not base to base. But okay,
maybe you should start doing that.
That's good. That's actually really.
Do you know monstrosity gets focus when they get damaged?
Oh no, I have completely forgotten that. I didn't play with that at all.
Oh, did you not?
No,
I thought you were okay.
no, I've only allocated focus every turn.
Oh damn. Okay, no.
That's super bad.
Yes.
Especially like my Malfestor, who has 7 boxes, it definitely should have had 3 focus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Maybe, this is why we call me, I was going to say the clownfish of the goldfish group. No, but...
That's a bit harsh, I think. You're very experienced in this game. You're not bad at all.
No.
You build great lists.
But what is it Niklas Gerhardsson always said?
So,
how can someone so bad at this game be so good at this game?
Yes, exactly. In regards to Flogger. It's a great quote. It's true.
It's super
somehow,
true. Because I feel it as well. It's like, oh wow, because right now you've taught me 2 things about Sephilix that I had no idea of, but I still want the tournament.
Yeah.
It's like you don't need to know everything, It's just win.
Just win. Just bring the beef.
Isn't that what?
Basically.
Isn't that what the 6 is to win guys always say? Just win.
Just win.
Yeah, just win.
Get good.
Get good and just win.
Yep.
That's the way. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
So I won a tournament. It's not very often we talk about that. So I just like to say I won a tournament. And Olof was in it. It's a big deal.
And they beat me.
And yes, exactly. Because usually if I get to win a tournament, you're in it, someone else has kicked you out, like Matthias or someone, or Hoffman or something, Seebeck, someone, or one of the good guys.
One of the good
guys. One of the good guys.
You're way too harsh on yourself. You're not bad at this game.
No, I know. I'm not bad at this game. I'm not. It's just that I am very forgetful. And now I'm in the baby bubble as well. My brain is fried. I'm up all night with the baby. So it was great to win this and show that, yes, I'm actually not bad at this game. Despite that we often joke about it, it's I usually know what I'm doing, except now in this case, that didn't matter really.
Details.
Yeah, I just Who needs extra focus?
Who needs it?
I don't know. I have enough. I have
Just
enough.
get
I just
good.
I mean, High Siphon barely cast any spells at all. Just distribute it.
Yeah.
You know, allocate. That's the three keywords of Sephilix. Allocate.
Oh, no.
Seebeck is gonna have a stroke if he sees this.
Yeah.
It's like what? Yeah, why do you allocate?
He's such a meticulous player. He pays a lot of attention to details.
Yeah.
In his game, and it's a stark contrast.
Yes, it really is. Yeah, and I think that's also why I rarely have clock troubles.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
Just
I mean, he has
forget
clock
half your
troubles.
rules, and you.
He has
No
some
need.
clock troubles actually.
Yeah,
sometimes.
that's true. Yeah, he does. It's very fun to see him and Jamal play, because last time I heard they had like 3 seconds versus 1 second,
Yeah,
and then on like the 1 second player won on scenario. But that's what it is. You should use the whole time, because I also think that if I get to turn 7 and I have 20 minutes left, then I could probably have made some wiser choices.
possibly.
So it's also good to practice that and think an extra time. What can I do something different now? Can I do something extra?
Yeah.
Is this unit, does it need to be on the other side of the table in 3 turns, for example? Because that's what I usually feel when I play you guys that are like the next level, the Asgard team basically, who has changed name now.
Yes.
I saw.
Yes.
And but yeah, that you guys, your models are always like in the right place. And it's like, oh well, then this doesn't work. Well, luckily I've prepared for this.
It's like we do it on purpose.
It's like you do it on
It's like-
purpose. It's super. It's like a TV chef, you know. It's like, well, luckily I prepared,
Yeah.
and I've made this extra thing. So if this doesn't work, I have an extra that can solve it. And that's what I feel is like the big stark contrast, that just like a chess player, you're turn 1, you're already like in turn 3 or 4 in your head.
Yeah.
What needs to happen then? And that's what I feel that to get better, that's sort of what you need to do. Just take
the
a
next
breather.
step.
Yeah, take a breather and look at the table. What needs to happen in a few turns? What's going to happen now?
It's important to not like get too bogged down in that as well, in that thinking, because there is a timer, of course, and things might change.
Yeah.
So you have to be kind of quick about it. But basically, it's like, what do I need to give my opponent, and what is it important to like prepare to contest something or stuff like that, to score something.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah, I think that it's that's one of the things, at least when I play players that I feel are superior to me. That's how I feel that something, the planning was more detailed than mine was. I usually feel like Heath Ledger. Do I look like a man with a plan? I just throw monstrosities at it and hope it works.
It's a good solution.
But yeah, it was
Obviously.
great. It's great to show people that even on long chunks as well. It's like, who's this guy who barely ever plays war table as well? So I'm like invisible. But yes, I actually know how to play this game.
You do, and you want to play in real life, which is good.
Yeah, I do play a lot, and I get my ass kicked a lot. You won, basically, my local player who we play a lot because we have kids the same age, so we can basically have a play date where they play and we play, which is perfect. And then we get to play a lot, and I think, yeah, 8 or 9 games out of 10, he beats me. But that also means that I actually learn a lot on how to handle my own army and how to beat Shiris.
Yeah.
I've actually beat her once now.
Nice.
Yeah, once.
Did you camp?
No,
Okay.
no, I didn't.
Did you kill her?
Yes, I know. I did camp. I played Seraphel. Yes,
Oh,
I did camp.
Yeah.
I did camp.
Good.
That's,
You're also
and
undead.
she's also undead. So
good. It's so
yeah,
good.
you can sort of say that I took like the short. How do you say the short route? The shortcut?
Yeah.
How do you beat Shiris? Just don't play living warlocks or warcasters.
Or if you do, have it be Huxley or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or just camp free.
Yeah, I think
Basically,
that's what
Just camp free.
you mentioned in the car as well. It's like Hordusk with invaluable resolve, like fronting the army with camp, and you are just Shiris dead. Yeah, because blessed card is a thing, and living and poison is a thing. Yeah. but yeah, I think that's a neat thing. And I don't know how the end results looked in the list now. Do we have the Longshanks
We should.
results of the tournament?
I will check it out. You can stay on.
I can stay on and watch us.
Yes,
Where
watch
are
us.
I can watch us. And but yeah, it was a great tournament, and it was organized by Pontus, who came in 4th place. He went 2-1.
You did.
Wow,
You beat you in the last game.
fantastic!
Yeah.
That's so nice. And Neo beat who?
I believe Neo beat
Love.
Love, yeah.
All right, yeah. That's great. This is what's always so funny because he went 1-2 and ended up in 6th place. This is what I try to tell people. Me and Johan, we work in the same place. And every time we face each other, he wins. And every time we go to tournaments, I come ahead of him.
Yes.
But they don't believe that. They don't care. Nobody cares because he beats me. And that's what and he's very good to emphasize on that.
Okay.
But yeah, but that's also because I play things regularly against him that he learns. And then he goes to a tournament and he's only played into Firequill for like 10 games in a row. And then he gets to face, I don't know, Morty 3 and Omnidamus and other stuff. So, but yeah, it was a good tournament, a wonderful showing. Even if we were only 8 people, it was super fun. And we also had the WTC tables now.
Yes.
The first 4 WTC tables. We finished, because usually, as I talked about before, we batch paint when you sit and paint like 150 trees. But then no table is done because you've only done the trees. And then you've only done the houses. So basically, you never finish a whole table until everything is done. So for this tournament, we said that we are going to
do 4 tables, basically.
do 4 tables. All right, look, Piotr just sent me a print screen
Nice.
of me beating Olaf. Woo! Thank you, Piotr. That's wonderful.
I see you, Peter.
Exactly. See you at the WTC. That's what he's saying. But yeah, so the first WTC tables, we finished 4 of them. So we have a Brian Bloods theme table, and we have a sort of Badlandish table, and then we have a swamp table and a city table.
Yep.
And the swamp table is basically a bunch of forests and the
Swamps and a couple of houses.
Swamps and a couple of houses. And then we have the Badlands table, which is, well, basically just a bunch of rubble, some mining buildings, the new Steamforged ones from the Gravedigger sets. And also a bunch of clouds and fire. Many of the did you play on the table now?
Yes.
Yeah, imagine if 2 of the rubble pieces are replaced with fire. That's sort of the plan.
Yeah.
Oscar Siebeck and his Värmland friends are making those.
Nice.
So, but yeah, it was super fun. I don't know if we can show the tables now, if that's possible with the camera. If people want to take a look.
Probably not, because you're still on. Oh, okay, you have some battery.
Should we take a look? Let's see if we can show you guys the tables that we played at. It's a little more fun to walk around. Okay, here, game's still going on. So this is our Badlands table, sort of, and these are the Steamforged buildings. So these are super cool, really nicely done, and there's also the little mining factory and stuff. Really cool looking stuff. These are all from Steamforged. I really like them. They're super cool. We also have let's take the city table next.
Yeah.
The other 2 tables are busy. People are playing.
This one looks great.
This one looks fantastic as well. We can actually put this here. This is the city table. So here we have this is a Steamforged house. It's not, the bottom is not really finished. I focused more on the roof, and then I realized, wait a minute, I forgot the bottom part. I need to paint that too. But yeah, these are actually huge. They're 5 by 5 inches as a footprint. So, and this table has no forests. This is basically an obstruction table. So, be wary of your colossals or huge base models here, unless they have like Ghostly or Flight or something. We also have some beautiful silos from tanks, fuel tanks.
Fuel tanks.
From the Bulldozer Terrain, the wonderful Tom Wiggins. And of course, also his cranes.
Yeah.
These are so cool.
So cool.
They're wicked.
I only knocked it over once when I played on this.
Yeah, they're not stuck. So you can sort of, if you're not careful, Olof, you can knock them over. luckily they're plastic, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And then we have some scatter terrain. These are from Terraniacs, and they're not scatter actually. These are rubble.
This is rubble.
We use them as rubble pieces. Yeah. We're not big fans of scatter terrain. We
I'm not.
we
But
talked a little bit about it just now.
I guess it's not that.
But
Guess it's not that bad. I
no,
don't know.
maybe
I
it's
haven't
not
played
that
with it
bad.
that much. I think that's the.
Yeah. So this table is basically only obstructions and rubble and some water and trenches.
Yeah.
No woods. So let's move on to the swamp table. That's currently a game going on here. This is what we have going on. I'm not going to lift the terrain up because they're still playing. But yeah, it's a Morty 3 versus Butcher. Right. The Butcher was so much more fun than Horus.
Yes.
And of course, there was a request of the Brian Bloods table. Here we actually have Brian Bloods on the table, on the Brian Bloods table. So this is sort of the shipwreck. And with these we can pick up because they have footprints. So we have shipwreck pieces like this. This is one big one. This is a huge obstruction. And the front part you have.
Here's the front.
Here's the front.
With the
Brian Blood logo in the front, of course. And these
cool.
actually fit quite well together. So you can see that it's two parts of one ship. And yes, they should have been scaled like bigger, but we couldn't even play with them because they'd be so huge. This is not 40K. We don't do that. We don't do the huge terrain. But yeah, that's basically the tables we had for today. And yeah, we had a really good time today. It was super fun. Let's not disturb those guys anymore.
No.
Game still going on.
Super fun day.
What do we reckon then about the new Sephilix?
I think Siphon is actually like low-key legit because now he gets with the what are they called? The drudge conduits.
Yeah,
He gets Argonauts for his gallows, which is huge.
it's huge. Yeah, because he never had he never had Arcnos before.
No. So
No.
that's a big thing. He can actually get mileage out of one of his spells.
Yeah, his spell list is so weird.
I mean, Onslaught is nice. What's it called? The healing spell is nice.
Psychosurgery is really nice when you run 7
you-
monstrosities.
You,
Yeah,
you just do that with him.
Yeah.
Like.
and I mean, I usually, I've played Arcadius quite a bit, but I almost never cast Psychosurgery because he has a bunch of other stuff to do, like Calamity
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
No, he also has the
crippling grasp.
yes, thank you. The Texas spell. But yeah, and Siphon, I often find myself camping 5 or 7. Unless
you
I
allocate everything.
allocate.
Yes.
Because you forget that you gain focus from taking damage. But yeah, the new Sephilix are looking real cool, and I like that the models actually, they did switch up the poses. So the mind benders, they did some posing on those, which is a little more fun to paint and have on the table. So they're a little more unique
That's good.
instead of having 3 identical.
Yeah.
I've actually talked to a friend of mine who does 3D modeling. He did the Euromachine Moose.
Okay. Yeah.
And I actually asked him to change the poses of the Sephilix monstrosities for me, so we can repose and get them in the different ones. And
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
that's going to be really nice to see because damn, those wreckers are hard to play. The overhang is huge.
It is.
There's flails all over the place, flailing about.
And you always want to be in base to base with that caster.
And you always want to be next to base. So
it's a problem.
it's very apparent with that caster that this is a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that and since they also did talk about some new 50mm unit as well in the blog post, I'm really looking forward to that, seeing what that's going to be. I'm hoping it's something like bloat trolls, because I always thought those looked really cool, and they always looked like they fit more on a 50mm base than a 40.
I mean, yeah.
They sort of. But we'll have to see if what happens there. And then, of course, we have the new 80mm aberration.
Yep.
Because those rules have been out now, and people seem quite happy with them.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
We talked about.
I don't think it's going to be another pig situation from last year, but I think
No.
it's going to play in a bunch of armies actually. Like Vision is nice.
Vision is very nice.
Vision on the Kruger.
And in the Merc,
nice.
yeah. Yeah, if Kruger wasn't annoying enough, now he can get Vision.
Yeah.
So
And
basically, it takes a heavy to kill Kruger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun. And then also vision, of course, on the monstrosity itself is gonna be.
Hey, Piotr is here.
Hey,
Moment of clarity. There he is.
Watching you.
Olaf saw the message you sent me.
So good.
But
I'm happy for him too.
yes, that's also a thing, right? Congrats on CK Olaf. What's CK?
Calvin Klein.
I was gonna say Louis CK, the comedian.
Okay.
Are we really old now? Is this some sort of expression that we need to know?
Caster kill.
Caster kill.
Okay.
Oh,
we probably should have got that. Maybe.
Oh, yes, that makes a lot more sense, Piotr. It's clearly you know more of the lingo in this game than I do, or that we do. The CK. Okay, I like that. Sounds like DK, which is Donkey Kong. I like that. CK. Congrats on CK Olaf. Oh, right. Congrats on me CKing Olaf. Yeah. That makes sense. I like it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've never been so nervous as when you're about to assassinate Olaf, because you just know that soon Olaf is going to be like, yeah, and then I'm going to do this.
Well, I should have been.
And that's exactly what should have happened. So if Olaf chooses, he can let you win the game.
Apparently.
But yeah, well, where were we? It's Sephilix, yeah, because we have the new aberration coming with the Nostilla.
Yeah, the thing about that one is they changed what instigate, so it's only large base. So if that instigate doesn't work on.
Oh.
Yeah,
but that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. He has a lot of attacks and.
What was it? 6 initials?
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah.
And we talked about it as well. Arm 17, impervious flash with vision. That's a
nasty
chunky
bunch of meat to get through.
Yeah, and Siphon still won't play him, I think.
No, I don't think he's
because he doesn't get any of the bonuses.
No,
Thexus might play him.
Yeah, Thexus might. Probably it's like Thexus the most, I think.
Yeah, maybe. What's his face? Kaitos?
Kaitos maybe, but it does a big chunk of points for him, and he kind of wants to play to his feet.
Yeah.
Now, with the things that are released at the moment, I don't know if he does that. Well, of course, he probably spams a bunch of drudges, I guess. And Criterions, I guess.
Yeah.
Runs the board, basically.
Criterions feel really nice. I like them.
Yes, they are very good.
They're very good, but they also don't feel like, since they're only power 14, they feel like they're not super duper broken. They're just a good unit.
Yeah, and we'll see what comes out of, they have said there's dominated units coming, I believe.
Yes.
So those are probably.
Did they mention anything about who they were? No.
No, I don't think so.
No, just that they were new.
Yeah. There will be dominated units, basically.
Yeah.
From the Mark IV something.
Yeah.
So those are probably good, because they're probably more than Def 11. So I think they're good with Kaitas, probably.
That's true, because if there's anything from the other armies, they're probably not Def 11. I can't think of anything in the Mark IV armies that are Def 11.
No, it's like suppressors, but I don't think we get dominated suppressors.
Oh, I would like that.
I would not.
Especially if there's also 50mm drudges coming.
Yeah.
Just running all the chunky boys.
That would be cool.
Yeah, but the Sephilix are... They're actually really nice looking. It's a shame they didn't switch up the posing of the monstrosities a little. I hope they do. They can still do that and release it. So, but they were really nice models. They're
Was
really
there
nice
talk about I think I saw some post about that.
Hey?
Like alternative poses. Maybe I'm just dreaming. I don't know.
Maybe.
I've been very tired for
Luckily, we can do it ourselves, as they are STLs now. So that's always an option.
That's good.
But in general, the models are really nice. How do you feel about the WCTC terrain you tested? I'm worried those cranes might be too tall for some people's taste. They definitely look scenic and immersive, super nice.
Yeah, I played on that table, and they're not really in the way. So, and you kind of see through them, so they don't really block vision. So you can see the model standing behind them, basically.
Yeah, I haven't actually.
As a player, you obviously can't see through them.
I didn't get to play on that table, actually, so I don't know. But
no, I had no issues.
I know they played them in Oslo. They had them as well, and I didn't experience any issues with them.
No, so they're good.
They're good,
and they look terrific. So
yeah. if someone does feel that they're super tall, they can just lift off the top and put it on the side of the table.
True.
Just like we do with
you can
trees.
lift off the like crane house or what you might
Yeah,
call
sort
it.
of the crane car. You can just keep the legs.
Yeah, exactly.
Really,
Or you can just remove the whole thing.
Yeah, because it does have a 2D footprint under it, so you can just remove that.
Yeah, but they're amazing.
The Slayer Drudges is interesting. POW 10 plus Combo Strike to 14 and Gang to 16 with the debuff. They can hit hard.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's what you said to me as well. Oh, but your Drudges hit really hard. And then you said, oh no, you don't have any Slayers in your list.
Don't have any Slayers.
And if you do, there are no UAs to them.
No. Also, I think it's big that they got 2 attacks.
Yeah.
They now have 2 attacks.
Weren't they before?
No. They also have 1 attack each and Gang.
Okay.
So now they can really, like, if you have 2 left in the unit, you can like really like rebuild the whole unit with the what's the thing? They bring back Drudges when they.
Oh, can they still do that?
Yeah.
With
the right UA, yeah.
Oh, okay. So the Mind Slaver can still do that.
Yes.
That's really cool. It's they do hit hard. I mean, it's POW 10, and then you, as you said, even if you don't combo strike, you can go to 12 with Gang, and then to 14 with like Crippling Grasp.
Yeah. Kitos has Siding Touch as well.
Which is also they get to 14 as well.
So they can do 2 14s or 1 18.
Yeah.
That's really good, actually.
That's really good. And if you get, 5 of those charging, there's 5 POW 18s. Like, it can kill a heavy.
Oh, absolutely. Like, you can kill like 4 candidates.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely. Yeah, they're really good.
And since they also have Gang, they do get the mat bonus. They're mat 7 or 8 even. No?
Oh, 7, 9.
5 base, yeah.
I think so.
I don't know. I haven't hit anything today. By the way, the link you shared on the main group leads directly to YouTube Studio, not to the live chat.
Okay.
Oh. Hey, Piotr, do you mind giving them the real link in the comments?
That would be very kind of you.
That would be very kind. Thank you.
We're new to this.
We're new to
obviously.
This. You are the pro streamer here. We are just simple amateurs.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
But after the WTC, you will have taught us a thing or two, right? But
yeah, no, I like both the new Drudges actually. Like, there's obviously a nerf on the what's it called, Mind Burst, because now you can only target your own unit with it. But it's on the other hand, it's an anytime ability, so you can do it while charging, for example.
Oh wow, yeah, that's super good.
You're running mind.
I'm running 3 of those.
You're running 3 of those,
yeah. But I didn't get to really try them out with Texas because I just feated them 1.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. And you didn't have the UAs with
3 of them
with Siphon.
No, with Siphon, not with Siphon, yeah.
Which was your other 2 games.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Can you do it while running? They're asking. Can you run and then do it? No.
No, you can't.
Because your activation ends when you finish your run move.
Yeah, exactly. So no running and doing it, and not like running another unit and doing it. So it's basically the best thing you got, I think, is like with dash up from Texas, you charge.
Because they have speed 7 on the Overlord guy. What's it called?
With dash, yeah.
Yeah, on the Mindbender itself. Yeah, with dash.
Yeah.
You get speed 7 and Pathfinder base, which means that you charge 10.
You move 10.
You move 10, and then you have 1 inch melee.
11 inch threat.
11 inch threat, and then
you have Texas feet, so 13.
Yeah, potentially if you push them towards you, yeah.
Yeah, so that's just to make the charge work, and then you can like obviously place a Drudge 2 inches and blow that one up.
Yeah, and it's automatic, right? You don't have to do anything. You just say, I target that, and because when it was an offensive spell, you also have to target. You have to roll and stuff, right?
No. That was also automatic. Like you just chose one, and
an enemy model as well.
No, not the enemy model.
Couldn't you do that before though?
You couldn't. No, you cannot mind burst the enemy model. You needed to mind burst.
But what did they change then?
You could do it to other Drudge units.
Oh.
So you can like run a unit and then go and like arc it.
Okay. Then I get it. I thought you could target enemy models.
No, the threat range was ridiculous before this change. So.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Piotr.
Yeah, thanks, Piotr. But yeah, the Drudges seem really nicely done now. I like that you don't have to take the UAs. You can just like with in my Siphon list, I just run 2 cheap units to arc or maybe score some scenarios. They're just 4 points.
Yeah, they're just 4 points, and they're arc nodes for Gallows, and it's excellent for him.
And Overlords feel like they've gotten really good.
Yeah,
I mean the fact that
I'm excited about them with the Kitos as well, with his new spell.
Yeah, with
like
the boosted
attack rolls.
That's a lot of sprays that don't need line of sight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's gonna be
But does that mean that they can spray through like forests and actually kill what's on the other side?
Yeah.
They sort of goes around, circumvents the whole rule.
Yeah, they don't need line of sight.
Yeah, because if a spray goes through a forest or terrain.
Yeah, they circumvent all of that.
They circumvent all of that. Wow, that's super cool.
Yeah, it's really
and with boosted attack rolls. Oh, sorry, not even boosted. It's just an additional die. Yeah. So, yeah, that's good.
Yep.
But I really like what they added to Siphon as well. His gun got Sleepwalker.
I think it had that before.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it didn't. It had brain damage.
No.
Or was that a Mark 3?
Mark 3.
Okay.
Earlier, Mark 4, he had the same gun.
Oh, okay, yeah, the same gun. Okay. There's nobody played him.
I've been on the receiving end.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, everyone played him with like 9 monstrosities back in when you guys won the WTC.
Who?
When you guys won the WTC in 2023, all the lists with Sephilix were like 1,000 grudges with X6, and then like 9 monstrosities with Siphon. And then that was the pairing. So nobody could ever drop a list into that because And then everyone played Plexus all the time except Corey Doyle, who only played Siphon.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then they raised the points stuff and nerfed.
Like plus 1 point on several.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus 1 point on all, which was fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
It says I who played 7 today, and that felt great.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very nice to see, and the fact that they actually spoiled that the next year there's going to be another army hogging the spotlight, and we talked about it in the car here, and it was like, wait a minute. Does that mean that not that just like the next Prime army or something is Pharaoh, but maybe next 3D print army will be Mark III Pharaoh models?
I believe so, yeah.
That's the dream.
That's my guess.
Yeah, because I love Pharaoh. I have so many cool converted Pharaoh. I would love for them to get a redo.
Yeah.
Yes. You also love pigs. Yeah, we're big pig lovers.
I think the pigs are pretty good at the moment, actually.
Yeah. We talked about Arcadius the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, they're okay.
Arcadius, what did you say? He could actually, his big pig is actually quite dangerous with the booster shot.
No, it's more like, okay, you get 4 boosted shots.
Yeah, he can actually sort of make an old big pig.
Yeah.
Except
and you have Crippling Grasp, although you don't have
Arc Nodes.
You don't have Arc Nodes or Arcane Forces anymore. So it's
I really hope that they put those pigs into playtest and to try the pork nodes. The razor bores, and like they lose an aspect when you arc through them or something. That would have been so cool.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool.
But
yeah, you could like model them with like weird tanks on their heads, their brains like in a glass jar on top of their head or something.
That would be really cool.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
There's so much to do.
So much to do.
And so little time.
So little time.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see about that. That sounds awesome. Yeah, it sounds like they will be the next Mark III army that will get like an overhaul. Yeah. So probably looking at rules.
And they sort of need to as well, because now in the fluff, I mean, Carver's back. Pharaoh Empire is clearly a part of their kingdoms now, even in this Mark IV Prime era. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm big Piggies fans. And I don't even own Big Pig.
What?
Yeah, can you imagine? Yeah, because I'm always, as soon as everyone buys something and plays it, I sort of get like a little, I'm sort of too cool for that.
Okay,
yeah.
You're a little snowflake.
I'm a little snowflake, yeah. I definitely. But yeah, now I need to buy it because when it was released, I remember we talked about it on the podcast, and we both felt like this is one of the most beautiful models. The Big Pig,
it's
cool.
super gorgeous,
super
cool model.
And I was so psyched to play it and paint it, and then everyone painted it and played it at the WTC, and I was like,
yeah.
I sort of got sick of it, and I got sick of facing it. Everyone had it. Every freaking list there was a Big Pig.
You had to have an answer to that one. It was a bit stale, to be honest.
But hopefully, the aberration will not be that, and we hopefully won't see that again. I hope.
No, but I do think, as I said, not still an aberration. I do really like that.
Yeah, and it's cool to see 80 million models coming out, and the fact that we can get them for free with a subscription.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Because many of us already paid for the subscription, so really you're just getting it for free
with the subscriptions.
I love Olof's Gargantua and happy you were able to get one before the event.
Yeah, well, thank you. And they're very alternative models. Let me go get them. Be right back.
Oh yeah, someone is. Who the heck is Unka Stunka? Unka Stunka. That sounds very Swedish. It's got to be one of the Swedes, Olof. Who is Unka Stunka? It has to be a Swede.
I'm not sure, but it has to be a Swede. Yeah, should be a Swede.
Should be a Swede.
So
As you see, some models are actually closing to Mark III numbers. Do you think there's a reason to worry about bloat?
no, because they're doing limited factions, right? So Wintercourse, for example, probably not getting more models.
No, it's
at
just
this
finished.
point. It's just finished, more or less. And
Yeah.
then there will be like balance runs, of course, every
Yeah.
year.
I really like that they're doing that. Yeah.
I like it too. So that avoids the bloat within armies.
Yeah.
So and then you can like balance change them.
Yeah.
And then they just release different armies instead, basically.
Yeah. I'm not worried yet.
No.
So, but of course, there's always this back of the head thing. But yeah, no, not yet. Okay, show what model is this.
So this is a harvester, as you can tell by the base, and also how it looks, of course. He has a big eye on a stick. He has no eyes on his face, but he has eyes everywhere else. There's a lot of tentacles and stuff going on.
That actually really looks like a infernal colossal thing.
Yeah, it really has the like infernal feel.
Yeah, definitely.
So I found, well, I had a body print this for me. It's obviously, well, fits the bill, so to say.
Well, the other one, however.
Yeah, the other one also fits the bill, in my opinion. I think it's very thematic.
Tobias Rohrauer is here. It's Zeus. Is he Zeus? Tobias, are you Zeus?
Oh, hello, Zeus. Yeah, he is.
He is Zeus.
Yes.
Yes. Sehr Zeus. That means really sweet, I think. Or something.
Sure.
And okay, here it comes.
So here it comes.
People, crab people, look like crab, walk like people, talk
So
like...
obviously this is a Guardian of Souls. It really fits the crab theme,
Yes.
which is where I play it with Amadeus and a bunch of tormentors, I guess. So this is actually a Myra Queen from the Fallout miniature game.
Mhm.
So those of you who have played Fallout 4, you will recognize this one.
I do not recognize it from the TV show.
I don't think it has been on the TV show,
Okay.
but if you have played Fallout 4, you know what this is.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
But it looks like something from Starship Troopers feeling. Yeah, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
I think it fits very nicely next to the Tormentors. And
If we get STL size from the Tormentors, you can actually print like a Tormentor in that size as a Colossal.
True. We can probably print the Colossals as well. They should also be
Yeah,
released for that.
they were never very pretty, I feel.
No, I think that's true. I think the Infernal
Because-
Colossals original models.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you can't get them, which is why I have this. But
they were-
they're not very pretty.
No, to me,
And they're too similar, right?
yeah, they're very similar to be very different.
Peter's painted Sephilix.
Oh, I don't have any painted. Oh, do you mean the ones I speed painted for the video? I do. We do have some of those here. I can get some. I played some of them today.
Did you like potatoes?
Let's see what we found in the box. Yeah, here we have some of them. I gave them to you one because I need to repaint all my Sephilix. I'm doing a whole brand new army now. So this is some of them. And then we have the Criterions as well. Maybe we can just do this. The Criterions, I don't know what the quality is like here. Can you see anything? And then do we have oh yeah, of course, the Malfestor.
Yeah.
As well. Let's see here.
The big boy.
The big boy was in this as well. So yeah, I was really happy with these. And so was Johan when I gave them to him. And he was like, well, at least I know how to paint them. There's a YouTube tutorial. Yes, we also have this guy. But he's really just the same, isn't he? That's the Themestra. They're just, I mean, the difference is not huge between these, except the arms. It's all about the size,
Yeah.
Go big or go home.
They look painted.
They look painted. Thank you. That's what I was going for. They look painted, and they were painted very quickly. What of course, the next thing is, of course, this guy. Invictus with Sephilix style, and then we're going to put the Malfesser little guy on top. It's going to go on Invictus, so it becomes sort of a Sephilix Invictus thing. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And of course, his buddy. Where is he? Magnus.
Where you at, bro?
Where you at, bro? There he is. I had the mini crate Magnus, and I decided to sort of make him a Sephilix version because I have 2 Magnus in Invictus, like one official one, and then my mate got a broken one, and then he sent for a replacement, but it took so long, so he decided to fix his broken one as best he could, and then he painted it. And then when this guy arrived, he was like, well, now I already painted man, so he gave it to me because I wanted to make a Sephilix Invictus. And yeah, these are going to be really, really fun to do. And people who saw this mini crate really hated Magnus's face, but I can tell you now.
Apparently you did as well. So
actually, I actually kept the head. So, yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice looking. I think the problem was the paint job. I think maybe it was a little rushed. So it didn't look as good as it was meant to be, because the head of that model looks really nice. I immediately thought you should give Magnus the head one of those Dark Eldar bikers. No, not Warhammer stuff.
We don't do that here.
We don't do that here. No. Get out. You can take your coat on your way out. No, I agree. Sephilix is very homunculus coven feeling. Yeah. Very Dark Eldar-y, and I really like it.
They are actually, yeah.
Yeah, I really like the Sephilix. I think they're so cool.
They are.
And I'm the next army I'm painting for them, I'm going to try to do the studio theme. Because I got all the...
I really like their pink.
Yes, and I love pink. Pink is so pretty. Yes. And it's such a nice glowy color. Yeah. So I hope I can make that happen. We'll have to see. I have to give it a go. But I did get all the P3 paints, the hobby set home, and now I have a bunch of coal black, and everyone talks about how magic it is. I've never understood it because I've never tried it. So now I need to try and paint a Sephilix army with coal black and black and pink.
Coal black is basically Thunderhawk blue.
I thought it was
like a bluish gray.
Darkness.
It's like a bluish gray.
Yeah, it was basically a black highlight. Yeah.
Exactly.
I haven't tried it myself, so I'm looking forward to it.
Actually, I have tried it. That's good.
New dark operations for the win. Yes, that's what happened. Necrofactorium can suck it. Their Sephilix is not the real Sephilix. Who's the best? Is it Sephilix or Sephicrix? Easy choice.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Obviously.
Yes. The Sephilix won. There were 2 Kitoses here in Necrofactorium, and they did not win. So.
No, both Necrofactorium players came 7th and 8th, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Suck it, Kitos. I don't think they played Kitos. I think they Decathus and Morty all day.
Oh really? Yeah. Okay.
But that doesn't, doesn't have to be part of the story. Quentin in France is 3-0 with Dark Operations as well.
Yeah, I can see it.
I can see it.
Quentin is a very good player.
Is that Quentin Poirot? Who was in Sweden?
No,
the other Quentin.
It's the other Quentin.
The other Quentin.
We call him Quentin too when he's not listening. Because he doesn't know I don't think he knows who the other Quentin is. But we had a Quentin from France basically living in Sweden and playing Euromachine for a bit.
Yeah.
And then he went back to France, and I don't think we have heard from him since, sadly. I think he stopped playing. And then there was like a new Quentin when we started playing War Table, and we were like, is this the Quentin that lived in Sweden?
Yeah. Because we played a lot there when he in Katrineholm. Yeah, he was close to there. Yeah. He was in Stockholm, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. He was at the WTC last year, wasn't he? Was it 2 years ago?
Which Quentin?
The Swede, the Swede finish.
No,
it was 2 years ago.
No.
Even further back.
Yeah, I think he stopped playing during COVID.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a long time
Maybe
ago.
I thought that Quentin was that Quentin.
Maybe you did.
Embarrassing. Oh, are you not the same person? Oh. I'm 3-0 with Necrofactorium.
1-1.
Fake news. Like anyone can win with that crap. No, actually, Necrofactorium is looking really strong as well.
They are.
Yeah, Morty 3 is kind of growing on me in the beginning.
I think Morty 3 is very
'Cause
good. I think she's a great alternative to Kitos.
Don't you feel that synergy should also be given to Seraphel?
No, actually.
No. Okay, maybe it's just me. But anyway, how Stockholm meta? Did Christopher Wedding, Rickard, Hugo Swanborg, and others convert back to War Machine? Oh, no.
Okay, first of all, Christopher Wedding is not Stockholm meta.
No. Rickard and Hugo, I give you.
Yeah,
but Christopher is from Halmstad. He grew up with Jamal.
Yeah.
And he played a lot in Lund and Gothenburg.
Yeah.
Wrong coast, Piotr.
Yeah, the others are not coming back. I think they're playing AOS.
Age of Sigmar. They did at least a few years back. I don't know if they still do.
Yeah.
I kind of missed them, though. They were fun.
They were really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rickard, we talked about him today in the car. We looked at a bunch of Mark II stats and stuff from God of Pair. And it was kind of fun to see that he was such a dominating player with like ridiculous minions.
Yeah, with his minions.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they were so broken the way he played them. He like chained through the snake.
Oh, but that was the toss snake, the snake toss.
The snake toss.
Yeah. That was
so
in the beginning of Mark III when you could toss the snake and not.
It was so good and so creative, and it wasn't even
he
did that in Mark II as well.
Could you do it in Mark II?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Because he won the Polish Masters with minions. Yeah.
Yep. He won a lot with minions.
He won
and it was awesome.
Rusk, he played a lot.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. He was super nice guy. And I love this podcast, Matter of Pact. He and Gaston had a podcast only about minions.
Oh, yeah.
And I listened to that so much because I only played Gators and Pigs back in the day when I started this game. So yeah, I agree. It would be great to see them back. And now that Steamforge has taken over, because I think I don't know why they quit. I don't know if we should even talk about it.
No, we don't know really,
we don't really
anymore.
Know.
So.
They sort of drifted out and they moved on to other games.
Yeah.
But
good to see you, Piotr.
Good to see you, Piotr. Happy to have you here. Talk to you later. I'm going to order some parts for you for the live stream.
Yeah. Nice.
And the Swedish meta is growing, though.
That's good.
It's really nice to see that the West Coast is also coming back. Sorry, the West Coast is also coming back. That Gothenburg and Borås area are starting to come together. And of course, we have Jamal in Falkenberg, and there's been some players expressing interest and stuff getting started. So we even added some 40K players today that said they were interested in War Machine. We're like, yeah.
Yeah, and they wanted to demo.
Yeah, they wanted to do a demo play.
And we have a couple of guys who does a lot of demos locally.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, that was wonderful.
That's great.
So yeah, it's growing. It's slowly but surely. It's growing. It's coming back, and I think that's wonderful.
Yes.
You got a new one in Karlstad as well. Is that him? Är det du, John?
Yeah. It was so random. There was like someone who was like, I want to sell my stuff because I don't have anyone to play with. That was really close to like all the guys in Karlstad.
Oh, wonderful. That's how I got Micke to play. Because Micke Kjellberg, he put out all his cricks for sale when I moved to close to his town.
Yeah.
And I saw it on Facebook Marketplace. And I sent him a message, how about keeping your cricks and playing with me? And he was like, I haven't played in years. Let's do it. And now he's like more active than ever.
Yeah, it's super fun.
It's super fun. And now the same thing happened in Karlstad?
Yeah. So that was quite recently.
Oh, yeah. They posted in the War Machine Sweden group.
Yeah. Wanted the same Storm Legion, I think, but he had more armies. so but just the Storm Legion. And then we were like, okay, but there are guys playing there.
Yeah.
And sent them their way.
Yeah, that's what's so wonderful.
Oh, yeah, so two of them. Is it another one? Okay, Jonas, that's good. That's great.
Is that another Jonas? Is there two Jonas?
No, that's the Jonas
Jonas, the beard.
Jonas,
Sephilix.
Lyrian.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, Jonas, he has the most beautiful beard. When he has that thick braid, he has like really like dwarfish beard.
Yeah.
He can do that thick braid. Not many
Oscar
people can
does
do
it
that.
too, but
But he has more like the little thin one. Yeah.
Yeah, really.
More
thin.
like
It looks
Jafar
like
style.
No, I'm thinking like a Viking style, basically.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. And Jonas has the more dwarf.
Yeah.
I'm so jelly. I want that too.
Like I
Nyren,
would be happy with new clean. Oh yeah, I get.
Oh,
I love it.
How did we not get that? Oh,
Who knows?
baby brain. He should have gotten it.
I don't know. There was a lot of things I didn't get today.
That's true. But okay, do we have anything more we want to add? We've showed you guys the terrain. I don't know how this works because like when we end the stream, is it going to be saved on our YouTube? I don't know how this
I
works.
think we can upload it as a video.
Let's do that if we can.
I'm not
download
sure.
it and
I have no
edit it.
idea how this works.
I have no idea.
But it's been fun. Do we want to talk about something else? Or are we...
Do we have anything else to talk about on our schedule? I don't think so.
No, it's just all tournaments basically.
We're gonna have a Dark Operations walkthrough with Hoffman, but I think we're gonna wait a bit until the new stuff maybe, or
we'll see. Like they were gonna release until December.
Yeah, I was
I'm not sure what you mean by that. If the rules are gonna take that long, or if it's just the models for like the STLs, or whatever they mean. But I hope they get released soon. Yeah.
I hope so, because I want them to be done so we can talk about them like in full faction.
Yeah. So otherwise, I guess we can just talk about the Sephilix bits because I think they're still pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, but we've talked about Sephilix now for an hour.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I guess. Well, we should.
This was really,
but maybe
that's true. Probably. This was really a Sephilix episode.
Yeah, I guess so.
A tournament recap and then mostly Sephilix episode.
Yeah. Indeed.
But yeah, I think we can wrap it up here.
Yeah, I think I need to get going on my way home.
Dark Operations Chimera Pirates, so much fun to play at the moment.
Yeah,
I agree.
Indeed.
You should have seen me the week before I went here. I'm gonna play Devourer's Host. No, I need to play Dusk. No, I need to play Sephilix. I can't play Sephilix. I don't have enough models. And then, I can print them. Maybe I can do something. No, I'm gonna play Pigs. Thornfall Alliance. Yeah.
Dusk.
Yeah.
You mentioned as well.
Yeah, 5 or 6 armies the past 4 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, but good choice with Sephilix.
Apparently, yeah. Nice. I'm actually kind of getting with the Nostilian Aberration getting released. I'm kind of looking a bit more on Woodcore and also with the Yana change. Kind of like. So
yeah, it would feel weird to see you at the WTC without Kador. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, Huxley is awesome.
He also feels very Kador-y, doesn't he? Like a big chunky boy. He's like a man.
Not his playstyle. His playstyle is like, okay, I reap a 5.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He himself is a chunky boy.
I haven't never played against him, so maybe I need to give that a go. Maybe I need to play him. I have a Storm Legion army. Yeah. I was also thinking about playing them today.
Oh yeah. Okay. I would have preferred that so much.
But yeah, I have a hard time picking armies.
Yes.
But yeah.
But I think we're wrapping here.
We're wrapping here, and it was so nice to do this live. This was fun.
This was fun.
Yes, we should do this every time we're at the tournament somewhere.
Yeah, depending.
If we have time. And but energy. And only if I've beaten Olof. So only then. Once every 5 years, we'll see one of these.
We'll see you again in 5 years, people.
That's the way it is. Have a good evening. I hope to see you soon. Likewise, Jonas.
Likewise. Have a good evening, guys.
Have a good evening, guys. See you next time. And of course, what's the last thing we need to add?
Make the heavy cannon great again.
That's the stuff. Make the heavy cannon great again. You heard it here first.